Hi, my name is Kim, and I have fibromyalgia. I'm making this video because I felt so alone for so long. I don't want anybody else to feel like that. Maybe you have it and you're searching, you know? I'm on a quest to go from hell to well. I'm living in hell on this earth. People don't understand because we look normal. We look completely normal. You touch my skin, you see I've got fuzzies. I have to have the softest stuff touching my skin, otherwise I'm in pain. My fibromyalgia, my rheumatologist said, was very bad. It's like the top. There's different levels, and mine's the last level. I've had it for 27 years. I had it in the military, and back then they didn't recognize it. It didn't exist. It was in my head, right? I also have, as do I think about 80% of people have at least one comorbid autoimmune disease. Comorbid means you have it with it. It's a stupid medical term. Anyways, I have RA. I have Sjogren's disease. I have Hashimoto's, along with an underactive thyroid. I have restless arm and leg syndrome. I have Raynaud's syndrome. I have irritable bowel syndrome. I have, let's talk about the insomnia. That's not an autoimmune disease, but let's talk about it. I've slept 3 hours in 6 days. Not for a lack of trying. I try everything. Get rid of the blue lights. Do this, do that, blah, blah, blah. They tried me on sleeping pills. Well, I sleepwalk, I sleep cook, I sleep drive. On all of them. Dangerous, very, very dangerous. I woke up at, I was shopping in Myers. If you're not from, I'm from Fort Wayne, Indiana. It's, I guess its headquarters is in Michigan, so it's in our area. It's in Illinois. So I guess the Midwest, right? Anyways, I woke up in Myers shopping. My cart was full. I probably could have checked out with my debit card. Who knows? And there was crazy stuff in the cart. I suffer from depression. I've been on Cymbalta for 11 years. It's the only one that works. I've been on all of them. All of them. And Cymbalta is a bad... They say that it helps with the fibromyalgia pain. Now, I notice when I'm not taking it, when they put me on a different drug, there's a big difference. So, yeah, it does help with the pain a little bit. The only thing is, if you go to stop taking it, there's this thing called Cymbalta discontinuation syndrome. And, your head's, if you were drunk and you laid on the bed and you had bed spins, that's what it feels like all the time. So, don't miss a dose. What else do I have? Did I say interstitial cystitis? That one's horrible. That's like having a permanent severe bladder infection. Hair, skin, and nails. My nails peel. They crack. They split. My hair. What are you going to do, right? I've tried real bougie stuff, and I've tried real cheap stuff, and I've tried the in-between stuff. Short of putting a wig on my head to have really nice hair, that's the way it is. I was on steroids, 100 milligrams a day for 3 years. Thus the weight gain. Can't lose it. It's hard to go to the gym. They say exercise. Well, in the summer, I do swim in my pond like 2 times a day, and it does help, but it does not take all the pain away. Let me tell you. The rain, Lord have mercy. The snow, if the temperature changes more than 4 or 5 degrees, about 4 degrees, the pain. It gets worse. I have pain every day, but there's levels of it, right? So sometimes I can function, sometimes I can't. Like, out of a whole month, I'm probably in bed all day, all night for about 20, 25 days out of a month. In the spring, the whole month. Because it's rain, 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 rain here. We haven't experienced a drought here, so praise God. I mean, that's a good thing, but for my body, it sucks. So, okay, my quest to get better, I'm going to share everything I learn, everything, through trial and error. Now, what might help me might not help you. What helps you might not help me. So, I'm going to share my journey from hell to well. I do a lot of things like, with depression, you got to do anything you can, any little bit of happiness. Well, I get beauty boxes and they make me happy, skincare and stuff. So maybe I'll share those with you too, because your skincare is really important. You got to take care of yourself the best you can. And then, I'm going to share my journey. I'm going to try going to the gym and getting some of the weight off, because the osteoarthritis, that will help that for sure. And the RA, because I've got them in my toes and my feet, my ankles, my knees, my finger. Well, my fingers are working out, ain't gonna help. But I went to college 7 years. I have 2 classes that overlap to finish 3 degrees. Can't do it. The brain fog is real, my friends. The struggle is real. I would go to take an exam, and I couldn't even remember what my name was. And when you're trying to take a chemistry exam and you got brain fog, it sucks. Or a biology exam, or a calculus exam, or whatever it may be, and you have brain fog, it sucks. I was going to go to medical school, but now, I'm 55, and with the illnesses and stuff, that's just not going to be feasible. It sucks, because that was my dream, to be a surgeon. Trying to think what else to say. I surround myself with stuff that makes me happy. It's not always material stuff. I have 3 grandchildren that I love very much. Sometimes they get on my nerves, but that's a child for you, right? Yeah. And then I've got 2 great nephews that live next door to me that are like my grandchildren too. And we have 6 acres and we have 2 houses, so it's really nice. And, they're my grandkids too. My sister and my dad live with me. My dad's 83, and I have to take care of him. So I have to get well. There's no other solution. I'll make another video as to why I think that I have this, what the triggers were. That's in my next video, so look out for that. If you've, if you're suffering, I'm sorry. I know the pain. All you can do is do the best you can, eat the best you can. Don't be eating processed foods and sugars, because that sugars feeds everything bad that's in your body. It gives life to these illnesses. But the one big thing is your faith. Whatever it may be, mine is God. I'm a Christian, and I pray a lot. And there's been many, many times when I have prayed for him to take me. I had 2 years, solid years, where my vitamin D was 0. And it was 0, and I had a bone pain in my upper legs that was so severe. My endocrinologist says that's what it feels like to have bone cancer. And when your vitamin D is 0, it can cause, or under normal, because normal is 30 to 100, right? And it can cause you to get MS. It can cause 16 kinds of cancer. And then if your cancer runs in your family, and I don't know if it's better now a little bit. This video is getting long, and I'm sorry. It's better now, but I don't know what the long-term effects are going to be, right? Because it just got better this last year. So I was very sick. I almost died from that. Vitamin D is a hormone. And, I know what caused my vitamin D to be 0. See, I also have acid reflux, and I was on Protonics. What's the other one? The purple pill. I don't know if it blocks the channels for your vitamin D, if it eats it, what it does, but it causes your vitamin D to go down, down, down. And then I live in the northern part of North America, right? Well, I mean, I live in the Midwest, but, I don't live in the South. I don't live in the middle of the country. Like Kentucky, Tennessee, Florida, Alabama, everything like that, where there's sunshine. Almost everybody up here is a little bit deficient. The further north you get, the worse it gets. So that's no joke. You always have your vitamin D checked. Always. You must know what your numbers are. Don't listen. They say it's okay. Know your numbers. Always ask for your numbers. So, anyways, I'm going to end this on a positive note. You're not alone. You're not alone in this. And hopefully by being with me through my journey of going from hell to well, and hopefully we find the well, and it doesn't take too long, that you'll learn something, a lot of some things. Some things may work for you, some things may not. And maybe you can get well too. There is no cure. Just know that. Well, let me take that back. I know in Chicago, there's a place where they do stem cell therapy for fibromyalgia. And I am going to check into that. There's a Mayo Clinic in Jacksonville, Florida, that has a 2-day clinic, and they have very positive, it's not a cure, but they get it under control where you're not in pain all the time. If you're on Medicare, you can't go. They won't accept it. And you can pay $5,000 cash to go. But if you're on Medicare, you can't do that either, or you lose your insurance. So I'm going to check into the stem cell therapy, and I got to find out, if it's from aborted fetuses, because if that's the case, I would rather die than to use them, because I won't be part of that cycle. So I'm sorry if I'm upsetting you. I'm a Christian and I have beliefs, and I'm sorry. Those are my beliefs. Well, I'm saying I'm sorry, but I won't apologize. I just don't want to upset anybody, but they are my beliefs. So, and I pray a lot. Every time I'm in severe pain, like my, wow, this is long. I'm so sorry. My restless arm and leg syndrome, it feels like, anacondas are in there squeezing. So, anyways, all right. Well, you have a blessed day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.